a lot of you guys like these Milwaukee. They're the FASTBACK utility knives, and they have a cult following. And Milwaukee themselves, I'd even say Milwaukee themselves have a cult following, and I wouldn't say it's not for good reason. Milwaukee has been innovators in lithium tools, impact tools, in these knives, and I'm willing to say it. But I feel like they get a lot of attention over the years, and I have not done a video on these as of yet. I'm over 250 videos in, and I've held off on doing these because I just felt like a lot of attention got put on these, and I don't know if it was fully deserving. And so I've got one here that's got several months of use. You can see here, just getting some harsh use, and it's worth reviewing. I think at this point, it's worth me coming to you guys and telling you what I think of them. And if it's worth your time. Let's get into it. All right, so yeah, you see this in the background. This is actually the two-piece set, and there's your part number up here for it. So feel free to take that note and pause if you'd like to. But this is the 2 set, and this is one that typically comes around, I don't know if it's in typically during the regular season, but it's definitely in the stores during the holiday season, which is what we're looking at right now. Special buy. Right? And it's cool because you get basically, well, and it's a lifetime guarantee, so that's always nice. Actually, it says limited lifetime, so I don't know what that really means for this unit, but what's great about it is you get 2 kind of for the price of 1. And so this is something you pick up at Home Depot right now for their holiday sales, and we'll go into the price for it here in just a minute. But it's a very popular knife. A lot of people have them, and there's different renditions too. This is one that has the nut driver or bit driver on the end, quarter-inch bit driver, which is great because you could run a lot of bits, especially their proprietary bits. Or you could also use it for obviously the utility knife side. Just have a little cutter here for like a rope. And then, well, we'll get into some more stuff inside there too. But this one is probably the most popular. There's thinner ones that are mostly plastic. This one itself is going to be, I believe they make this one. This is going to be an outer plastic shell, but the inside liner is going to be all metal. Now, as far as opening wise, it's going to be, Milwaukee really did a good job, and I think a lot of people have been copying it ever since, is a push button that allows you to fling it open and close. And I'm not going to release it, just to let you guys see how easy that flips back and forth inside there. Very good motion, very easy to flip, very easy to lock, but yeah, really easy to use. And then as far as ergonomics too, there's some jimping on the back, so your thumb has a good place to set. You can run it anywhere along the back here as you're using it to cut, whatever it is that you're trying to cut. It does a good job giving you that security, and it keeps your fingers out of the way of the blade. I do like that they do a great job rounding the edges, and they actually give you a little bit more tactive kind of grip on the lower end. But as far as my hand, it's just enough grip to get everything in there, and the feeling is fairly decent. You get a fairly decent comfort feel. You got a lanyard hole on the tail end here. I even like how you see that they put a little curvature to that. They take the time to get those finite things right. Again, here's the singular part number down here for it. They even leave a little positive, pronounced kind of button in the middle here for it to gain extra traction as it's going into your pocket. They do give you enough to get your finger underneath, which I appreciate. I think that is key to these, is if you put these in your pocket, you need to have enough finger pressure to pull that up and stick it on. They do a good job of that. You also have the ability right here to remove the spring. Right, it's a spring-made belt clip. You only have one position on this. This isn't a multi, so it's going to run blade down in your pocket or on your belt. And yeah, I like this too because let's face it, guys. These clips, and this is deep carry, which I love. These clips will actually get caught on something. Your knife will get caught on something, and it will start to rip these, and the clip will essentially pull out and lose a lot of its spring or all of its spring. And what I love about this is it's an easy way to just pull that out, put this back in the vise, or grab some pliers and bend it back into place, which I did with this because I did bend it out, and now it sits and works perfect again. So great setup. On the tail end here, you're going to have a bottle opener for opening your cerveza. That works just fine. But accessibility to all of the tools is great. And then here is going to be your bit driver. I will note that one gripe I have here is, and I don't know if all bit drivers are the same. This one is. But when this corner edge faces down, it actually impacts the back side of your blade. So see that right there? That is actually a result of not enough tolerance clearance for your driver to go all the way down in there. And I would like that to sit all the way down if it could, but over the months of using it, it actually impacts. So I'd like to see Milwaukee fix that so that maybe you clock this, another couple degrees, 15 degrees maybe, so that the flats line up with that. Then you don't have a problem. It would clear it just fine. But as it is, it hits and it becomes an obstruction, and I don't like that. Now, as far as retention, it's going to be a ball detent here, and it's Milwaukee's kind of proprietary short bit driver. You're going to have your popular Phillips and, flathead and Phillips on here, and yeah, it's just a compression fitting, just a compression ring that allows it to go inside there, lock. I wouldn't carry it that way per se. You want this sharp edge digging in your pocket. But I do wish that they'd turn that another little bit so that would be able to fit flush inside there. So a little gripe. But yeah, locks in at half at 90 degrees, so you could really get on and tighten something down. That just gets in there and tightens down whatever fasteners you have inside there. You can change that out too, because again, it's a compression fitting. If you want to have a dedicated Milwaukee inside there and have it be super short and stubby, no longer interferes with that, then you can do that as well. That works just fine. And then you open it up 90. And what I like about that they did here too is this is going to run right down through the middle. So you get perfect balance as you're trying to tighten, quickly tighten, or loosen. Either way, that gives you, because a lot of them are offset. They'll be off a couple degrees, and so it's going to lobe around unequally. In this case, it works great. And I like too that it's a locked, right? You have a liner lock here, so you just press that back, and if it comes back into having a detent at 90, if you wanted that again. But what I like about it is you can put whatever 1/4-inch drive you want inside there, and it's going to hold it in there, even if it's an impact rated one. So you want to run a socket on the end, you can, or you pull it out and you want to run, right, say another Torx. Now you just got to pay attention that you cannot close it with the larger ones. So you want to run those shorter bits or your standard bits inside there. But then maybe you want to run an extension as well. That works. And then here's one of your standard length bits just to show you guys. So stick it in there. That ball compression goes inside there. Perfect. It sits nice and deep in there. You close it up, and if you have a dedicated bit that you use on the regular, then you just leave it inside there. Otherwise, use the dedicated Milwaukee one, because I feel like a lot of times, either if you're going to pry, you want to have the ability to pry on something, you could actually pry with this. But again, I wish they clocked this just a little bit more, because if you put it perfect, I guess the only way you're going to pry is this direction. I guess it works perfectly in this direction for prying. But if you want to try to go 90 from there, you're not going to hit it. You're going to be off a little bit. So, but it works good. You're going to be able to run a bit inside there, 1/4-inch drive bit. And it's going to be able to remove fasteners easily. It's going to be a reliable tool. It's strong enough. I feel confident using this, that it's held up just fine to all of that work. And then one of the other things I like, obviously steel liners we talked about inside here, but also there is a singular spot. And that's the one thing I run into is I try to run these blades as long as I can, right? And this is how you guys remove it. Just a little press button here. You can flip it around, put it back inside there. Really easy to remove blades and put them back in. Again, you could put like paracord or something in here. I don't know if this was going to do it, but the idea is, yeah, there you go. Cut it. But you have an extra blade inside here that you just kind of pull this lever back. And this one's got a lot of oil on it, so I can't quite get enough grip. But the idea is you pull that. Or if you're in a pinch, of course I cannot get it. Well, maybe if I pull the blade out, I could get in there and pry it out, but you guys get the idea. It's inside there, and it stays in there nice and tight. And it has just enough recess to keep it in there nice and tight. I'd like that they've done that. It's a nice added feature. Now, do I find myself using this a lot? No. And I've done enough videos of this one. I have a bunch of different ones. I have some really nice high quality ones, but I feel like on the regular, I carry this one just because if I lose it, I got multiples of them, and they're easy enough to replace. And for me, honestly, I don't necessarily need a big, bulky knife in my pocket like this one, although I do carry it on certain occasions. If it's, you know, a day when I'm definitely going to be using something like this, I do. But otherwise, I just carry something small like this in my pocket, and it just does what I need it to do. But between the two, obviously this has got a lot more features to it. It's a lot fancier as far as, you know, capability, and you're going to be able to work on more things than the majority of things that are out there that are even in this style and size. And for the price, it's awesome. You know, I want to say these are typically, you can find them on sale from, I think, around $15 to $20. But right now, with the Black Friday sales coming up and the holidays, Milwaukee's got these ones on sale. It's 2 for 1, and you get them both for $19.99. So that's a steal of a deal. Buy one for yourself, for a friend, and you both could enjoy it. Or carry as a backup. You can have an extra one that you keep. Maybe it's in your go bag, what have you. This is a great way to carry everything. This is a great way of carrying multiple tools in one unit and not having to bulk up in your pocket, on your person, in your bag. This does a lot of great things all in one, and it's sturdy. So I get it. I would have to agree that the majority of people who just talk about these fastbacks, they're actually right. They're good, they're quality, and I would recommend one, especially for $20 for two. That's $10 each. The garbage ones are $10, and this is far better than the garbage. I'd buy one, and I'd use it. I don't know, guys. Tell me your thoughts. Is this worth your time? Would you pick up this set? Do you have one? What's your experience? I want to hear in the comments below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't, please consider subscribing and liking this video so you don't miss out on future ones. Guys, take care. We'll talk to you soon.